Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the rain and rivers. This is our second chapter. Before going to that, we have to learn some important points. The 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with the water bodies. What are the water bodies? Oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, and small streams, etc. And with the help of that water, we are growing the crops and we are living with the help of water finally. And how do we get that water? We get the water from the rainfall. Do you know? This is the rainy season. Our rainy season started in the beginning of June. And so how do we get rainfall and what are the causes behind the rainfall? We learn today. For example, you take a bowl and you fill with the water and you heat that water. When the water is heated up, the water vapor is created. We can observe easily. If we open that lid, we can observe the small tiny droplets on that lid. And we see the fog type also. That is the water vapor. When we open the lid and this water vapor, the fog type of it seems like fog. That water vapor touches the outer cool air and that water vapor is changed as the tiny water droplets. Totally the same process leads to the rainfall. So before going to that, we have to learn some important terms. One is evaporation and water cycle, precipitation, humidity are there. So what is evaporation? The evaporation nothing but change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Already we saw, as we boil the water vapor is created. It is called evaporation. The process is called evaporation. Okay, this evaporated, this water vapor, when it cools down with the help of cool air, that water vapor again changes into water. We observed the small droplets on the lid when that water vapor touches the cool air, outside cool air. So this process is called condensation. So what is condensation? Change of water vapor into water is called condensation. Then we go to the formation of clouds. When the temperature increases, the evaporation process also increases. By the help of this evaporation process, the more water vapor is created, and when the water vapor rises up, it cools down by the process of condensation, by the process of cool air in the upper side. This water vapor cools down and becomes the tiny water droplets. These tiny water droplets come together with the help of dust in the atmosphere. These water vapor is surrounded the dust particles, and they became as the small tiny droplets. When the tiny droplets come together, the size of the droplets is increased. Okay, with the help of that small tiny droplets, the clouds are formed. As the clouds rises up, they will be cooled down and the size is increased. When the size is increased, they are unable to bear that load. They are unable to remain in the sky. Automatically, the drops will fall on the earth's surface. That is the rainfall. What is water cycle? By the evaporation process, the water vapor is formed over the water bodies on the earth's surface. The clouds are formed and that clouds brings the rain, and when we receive the rainfall, this rainwater flows on the lower parts and they became as streams and rivers. The streams and rivers will reach the seas and oceans. Again the ocean or rainwater is evaporated and that water vapor mixes in the atmosphere. Again the clouds are formed and they give the rainfall. This cyclic process is called water cycle. Water bodies, evaporation, clouds forming and rainfall, and again evaporation starts. This is a cyclic process, water cycle. Then precipitation. There are different types of condensation. There are some types of condensation. For example, fog, dew, snowfall, rainfall. These are all called the precipitation. These are all the different forms of condensation. It is precipitation. Next, humidity. The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is called humidity. When the temperature increases, the humidity also increases. When the temperature and humidity increases, we feel uncomfortable. The sweat will not be evaporated quickly. Then we feel sticky. And this type of weather is called sultry weather. Then winds and clouds. What is the relationship between the winds and clouds? Generally the clouds are formed. The winds will bring that clouds to the other parts. Generally, most of the evaporation takes place over the oceans. So automatically the most of the clouds are formed over the ocean and also they give the rainfall more on the oceans. Then the winds, they push, they carry the clouds towards the land, and when the clouds reach the land, when they get cooled, they gives rainfall to us. The Western Ghats, especially the Western Ghats, helps to rise off that clouds to up, and when it rises up, that clouds will be cooled down and gives rainfall to us. These clouds travel for many kilometers with the help of winds. For example, we get the monsoon season in India. with the help of the monsoon winds coming from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. There are two branches. With the help of these two wind branches, we get the rainfall in India. So the winds are carrying the clouds. This is the relationship between the clouds and winds. They are helping to the clouds. Rainfall in Telangana. Generally, after completion of summer, in the beginning of June, the monsoons sets on India. With the help of that monsoons, we get the rainfall. The rainy season, the southwest monsoon season starts in the beginning of June, in the first week of June. In Telangana, we get only normal rainfall from that southwest monsoons. Of course, some of the places receives heavy rainfall in Telangana, especially northeastern districts receives heavy rainfall, and the remaining plateau region receives little rainfall. And some of the regions, especially Mahabubnagar district and Joglamba district, they receive very little rainfall. Okay, after that, during the time of retreating monsoons, the southwest monsoons reverse in the next period. That is called retreating monsoon. They are coming backward. This is called retreating monsoon or northeast monsoon season. In this time, so many cyclones are formed over the Bay of Bengal. From May to October, so many cyclones are formed over the Bay of Bengal. The Telangana may or may not get more rainfall from these cyclones. It depends upon the intensity of that cyclones and the direction of that cyclones. Sometimes the cyclones and the retreating monsoons come together, then the intensity is more. Then the cyclones are affecting our region also. Sometimes the crops will be damaged. The rain gauge, it is an instrument to measure the rain. We can make easily the rain gauge at our home. Take a bottle and cut into two pieces, and you fill the sand till the zero mark, and you keep that bottle in the rain, and the rainwater will be filled in that bottle, and we can measure with the scale. The rain is measured in centimeter, so we take the scale and we can measure that rainfall. We may take for one day or for 1 week or 1 month. You have to keep that bottle outside, and you must remember, and there will be no obstructions to receive the rain into the bottle.